My girlfriend is threatening to kill her dog. This morning, during a routine catch-up with my M52 partner, F38, she mentioned that she was considering feeding rat poison to her 13-year-old Lhasa Apso dog. My reaction was one of shock and incredulity, and I gave her the opportunity to walk back on her statement by asking if she was being serious, as opposed to a sick throwaway line. And to my dismay, instead of putting my mind at rest, she actually doubled down on it. I asked why she would say such a thing, and her reply was, "I'm moving house soon. He's old and grumpy. He bites. I'm left with the responsibility of feeding and walking him, and I'm not prepared to take him to the new place with me." Some context. We've been together for 3 years in a committed relationship, but don't cohabit. She travels extensively for work, and the dog is left in the care of her mother, who lives with her. However, her mother is moving to Spain next year, and the dog's care needs will ultimately be on my partner, who plans on moving to a smaller house after her mother emigrates. I gave her alternative options. I take the dog to live with me, we pay for part-time kennel accommodation while she's working away. Or, the least desirable option of giving the dog to a shelter or pet charity to hopefully be rehoused. Though the chances of anyone adopting a 13-year-old dog is slim. Her only concession to my advice was, "I'll maybe just get the vet to put him to sleep." Bottom line? I don't know if I want to continue this relationship with someone who can be so cold-hearted towards a family pet. I've now seen a side of her that repulses me. Any advice on how to proceed would be appreciated. For me and the dog. TLDR. My GF randomly mentioned her intention to kill her dog for selfish reasons, and I don't know if I want to continue being in a relationship with her because of it. Update. This post is barely an hour old, and the advice I've received has been pretty unanimous so far. I'm planning on taking the dog to live with me, and after I get him rechipped, I'll break up with her and move on. I can't unhear what she said, and it raises important issues about her personality. Thanks to everyone who has taken the time to respond. I don't think I could continue either. Some people put their dogs to sleep when they get hard to manage as they age. I haven't done that, but I understand it to a point. But I've never heard of anyone thinking of using rat poison. That's a painful, miserable death. That might be too much for me. Steal the dog and dump her psycho ass. 1. This woman is mentally unfit. Please, take the dog! Exclamation mark. Being repulsed is the most appropriate word. She flat out makes me feel icky. Insight to your future. Rat poison is the cruelest way to die. If she can do that to a helpless animal, I'd worry about her poisoning you. Why do you think her dog bites? She's abusive. She is an idiot. Break up with her and save the dog. She should poison herself. Was she kidding? Please tell me she's just into dark humor. If the dog is problematic, she could euthanize, but rat poison? That's a horribly painful and prolonged death. I've seen dogs who have been poisoned accidentally, working in a vet clinic, and it's really horrible. If she was being serious, that would be the end of things for me. Surrender the dog at a shelter or find an animal rescue. Also, you're 52 and she's 38. You've now seen your future. Stay with her until you can place the dog somewhere safe. Google shelters and pet rescues in your area. Once the dog is safe, run. Talk her into giving you the dog and run from someone like that. Take the dog and tell her to never call you again once you have the dog safely away from her, and have changed the details if it has a chip. Microchip info will mean she can claim the dog back if she wants. Tell her after that she's disgusting and should NT ever get another pet as long as she lives. The fact she even considered poisoning her dog is gross. Hell, even putting them to sleep is a kinder option than the agonizing and horrific death rat poison would cause. Fucking run, dude. And take the dog too. If I were you, I'd be worried what she'd do to me if she got tired of me one day when I was old and grumpy. Flushed. Many dog breeds have rescues dedicated to them. You could call one of those. But if you're in the position to take the dog, that would be ideal. And dump the lunatic. Keep in mind that she might try to get rid of you that way in the future too. She's a psychopath or sociopath. Whatever it is, or both. I could never hear someone say that about an animal. This person is a callous, sociopathic monster. Please save the dog and dump her. Is there a breed rescue? I know there is for mine. In the UK. And they will rehome if possible. Personally, I would be looking for a new girlfriend too. That poor dog's sad face. She's threatening to kill a dog horribly and painfully with no remorse because it's too much of a hassle. Think about how she'll treat you and the kids. Take the dog and GTFO. I had 2 pet chickens and someone left poison out ant bait, I believe. If it was an accident or a neighbor wanted to intentionally harm them, I don't know. And I watched my beloved pet's eyes melt. This was 20 years ago and I still feel sick and distraught over what happened to her. F your girlfriend, but take the dog. Whenever you take the dog and dump the psycho, come back and post pictures of the dog living its best life for all of us to see. Hi, I'm a veterinary professional. You can't have a dog rechipped if you take this dog to a vet. Asking it to be rechipped, they will scan the chip and your soon-to-be ex's details will pop up and they will tell her you are trying to steal her dog. You will have the dog confiscated from you and the vet may call the police. Please be careful depending on where you are. Dogs are protected property and there can be legal ramifications to you trying to steal her dog. Her seriously considering rat poison is obviously incredibly cruel. When owners refuse to give up their pet to alternative care, they may feel desperate, in which case euthanasia is a far kinder method. I understand it's not ideal, but if she wants to put her dog to sleep, she has that legal right. The point of euthanasia is to prevent and stop suffering, which in this case it could very well do. An alternative plan that I recommend is pleading with her to have the dog legally signed over to you. In that instance, you can transfer ownership details on the chip to yourself and legally own the dog. If she refuses, you can inform the police, RSPCA, etc. that she has told you of plans to give her dog rat poison, which they can investigate and potentially remove the dog from her care under animal abuse, but this process can take a long time and is not often fruitful. Leave her and take the dog with you. That's absolutely horrible. My dog is my baby. I do also have actual children that I also love, and they love the dog more than anything. Dogs should be family.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. McKerouacx is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.